Well, I hope that your ears have survived, because that was none other than Koi taking their first map win against Giant X. What a way to start today. I'm Kaquka, I'm here back on the desk with Tom and Ash. Guys, did we expect that map one?
Honestly, seeing Starzo happy makes me happy. Like, honestly, with how long he's been in the scene, how sort of successful he's been in the past, like that map, they just look like a different beast. I feel like everything we've seen all the other weeks, other than maybe that one map of Lotus last week.
Yeah, I mean, it really is kind of the story of Koi here as well. When you look at their previous results, the fact that they managed to steal away a map from KC last split, and then they managed to steal one from Foot in week 1 as well, and they took that win over Vitality. It's pretty insane how they're able to kind of just let loose and play their game when their back's against the wall.
Right, and when we were seeing that agent select, we were thinking and discussing why is it that Camo has moved away from the Neon onto the Raze, but the performance that he was having, Tom, was off the charts.
Oh, this just looked like comfort. I think that was the main thing. Like, obviously, there was a few pieces of their comp, him being able to be a little bit more aggressive, play with the team, and sort of having the showstopper, I think, was a big part of some of the openers. But then it was just the clutch capability. Like, this guy was popping off in situations where he should have been absolutely screwed.
Oh, he really was. I mean, just maintaining that generator position that we saw was insane. But then that's also on the side of Giant X to not actually be playing together and allowing him to isolate those 1v1s. But it's pretty crazy how flawless the defense looked there for the side of Koi. I do think that we saw maybe some of the confidence of Giant X dwindling in that second half, where they seemed a little bit unsure of the decision making.
Yeah, and we're taking a look here at the stats we're discussing. On the left, you'll see the Neon, and on the right, you see what we saw today with the Raze. Now that he's moved onto this character, what can we, this agent, what can we expect also for Icebox?
It's difficult to say because Icebox is one of the maps we've actually seen a little bit of ISO. We've still seen people stick to the Jet. We've had Chamber even in the mix last time GX played it. So I don't know, but I think the most important thing for him is just comfort. Like, when he is in the zone, he is one of the best players. Well, he's definitely the best player on this team, but he looks like one of the better duelists in the league. Considering they lose quite a lot of games, that's impressive.
Ash, you gave me a 75% that we were going to see some of the new changes. So far, we've only seen the Raze. Do you think that's going to happen on Icebox?
I still think it's possible, because when you look at Icebox, I feel like it's one of the maps that we've seen a lot of the most innovation on across all regions. And when you're looking at that ISO, I think there's a lot of opportunities to try and scale up on Belong in particular with that agent, with his wall that he throws up.
Okay, but let's talk about the other side as we jump into the AIM Labs warm-up with Fiti, right? Because we know that the last time the Giant X played this map, with the incorporation of Purple, things got a little bit funky, right? With the agents. What do you make of that, Tom?
But that was the thing. Last time out, they were running Purple and Chamber, Fiti and Killjoy. They had a Gecko KO Viper. I'm not going to lie, don't really like the comp. I don't think it gives you much initiation or aggression at all. I want to see Fitinho on a second duelist. Like, let him play more aggressively, because we saw it last week on Breeze. The guy's cracked. Let him play the agents that allow him to do that.
And I think when you're looking at Icebox as well, it's this map where we've seen the pace change the most, I think, compared to all of the others, with how heavy you're looking to dive in on those executions. And again, like you were talking about, that composition, I feel like with Giant X, we have to expect a complete change because it wasn't working. They didn't even, on defense, which was the half that I believe they started on, just couldn't even find space to retake.
Well, let's jump straight into Agent Select to see if we're going to see any of those changes. Also, Starks in the interview talking about something funky. There is going to be changes, but actually, Tommy, it looks like they're going backwards. What is this, 2024?
The thing is, yeah, I think Giant X going back to the default comp, there's a few people out there that will be quite happy about that. I think Purple back on Jet makes a lot of sense. I think him being able to take space is important. I'm a little bit more disappointed with Fitinho on the Killjoy, but I still think he can frag and do well on that agent.
I definitely agree. And then when you look over towards the side of Koi for their composition, nothing's changing realistically from the last time that we saw them on this map. I don't think that that's realistically too surprising. We've also seen Stark, so for that KO, that's the agent that he's always been the most comfortable on, and it really enables him to fight for himself as well, which is where he tends to shine.
Yeah, I think their comp is probably one of my favorites at the moment. I think the Gecko KO combination, especially along with the Killjoy Viper, allows you for such good A executes. You can basically cover the entire site, put yourself in a post plant with Little Bro to help you out. So I think this for me is the meta comp, and the other side is sort of the old school meta comp. So it's more so going to come down to the individuals at the end of the day, but I would slightly favor Koi going into this one.
Okay, you slightly favor Koi. You're pushing for that 2-0. Well, Koi, the last time that they played this against Vitality, got 9 rounds just based off of retakes. Let's see if they can keep it up as we toss this to your casters, Pansy and Steel.
Thank you so much, Analyst Desk. Yeah, we've got a couple of question marks coming into this one, but Icebox is Koi's pick. This is what they've opted to go into. And after picking up map 1 quite convincingly, how does this now sit with you?
I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out, because typically they're better on their attack, and here they're starting on defense of this map, which means that Giant X also picked attack because it was Koi's map pick. So that's going to be interesting to see. And Giant X is running the single initiator. So that's going to be very interesting to see.
Okay, we'll keep a couple of notes on that then going into this one. As you highlighted, Koi will be on the defending side and Giant X on the attack. Now, considering that Camo's pushed up here, he's heard that step down below. And now drone is a bit of an issue, especially now, so he has to back out from this. But gonna burn that quite early. Remove a little bit of the utility away from Giant X.
Oh, the flash regress.
Quite like that, still very much chomping at the bit here. A little bit of chip damage, but nothing major.
Here.
Heal's gonna be invested. Oh, a shot from Sarso. That's perfect. Oh, look at this timing. The flash invested, or Dizzy invested, and the re-swing from Camo. He's feeling confident after map 1, and rightly so. Koi looking, should I say it, flawless, really, in this one. And Lucia flawless there to start off map 2. Josh, that was gorgeous to watch.
This is a reborn team.
Who are they?
I don't know what's going on right now. It's like, I'm not entirely sure what's happening with the situation with Barbar, but it's like these guys look completely reinvented. So, yeah, maybe him not leaving is the player. Or maybe threatening to leave. Maybe getting. I don't know what's going on. But these guys are completely different.
It always feels like, you know, when the pressure gets removed, when these players aren't, you know, under the not necessarily spotlight so much, but when there's change of foot, it can be one of two things. Either they completely, you know, capitulate and fall to pieces, or they just have this, you know, random upswing in form.
I would agree with that if it was something to do with how they're performing individually in terms of hitting shots or taking more risks individually, things like that. But this is not that. This is more of a team effort. This is more about how they're playing together. It's about how they're moving together, especially on their defense. It's about just the way that they're approaching their attack side, doing their due diligence, using the ultimates, the set plays that they have. It's more than just, oh, there's no pressure, so they get to be loose. Sure. Because when we see that, typically it's people just running around and going for shots.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. And just to give you guys a heads up, obviously we are in a tech pause. That is going to be, I believe, a Koi audio issue. So once that's resolved, hopefully all will be good. You can see headset is off. So once the headset's back on, generally everything's good. But how you been, Josh?
I've been hanging out, you know, just me, just hanging around.
Yeah, that's it. Just been hanging around.
Pretty much. I mean, don't know really what else there is to do.
Man, I've been on the Elden Ring hype.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
How many hours you put in on the weekend?
Too many. Mate, I didn't even see sunlight.
Yeah.
Look, I'm willing to suffer. It's so good.
You know that meme where it's like you're in the room and then like the curtains open and then there's the bright light and you're just like, what is this? And you close the curtain. Yeah,
literally.
I feel like that's you right now.
It truly is. I've been thoroughly enjoying myself, and you know, and getting a tech pause feels like playing Elden Ring. You know, it's just that endless pain. Hopefully we get to see this. Oh no, we don't want more headsets off. Start, so put your headset on, please, man. I was doing really well without this.
He was rolling down the stage.
Hi.
I mean, is it really a game without you and attack pause?
You did this.
In tandem.
You did this.
I did not do this.
You did this because you started being positive.
Yeah, okay. That's what caused it.
This is karma.
You know what?
Flip the switch.
Fair play.
Yep.
When I've been pessimistic, when I've been
flawless,
heavily critical, and
yeah, it's been an Lucia flawless all the time.
Yeah, there have been no tech pauses the last like last week there was none, right?
None.
And
Yep.
you were notorious. It's like 100%
Exactly.
win record.
You were
for
the counter.
I am the counter to that.
Can you
That's like,
give me a little like?
We should cast a Fnatic game. What better test?
It would, or Paper X, because Paper X
Or
only
Paper
ever
X.
lose when I'm casting, and it's very upsetting. I really like Paper X.
That would mean I have to go to Champs. I don't know if Twitch chat's ready for that.
I don't know, man. I don't know if anyone's ready for that. You're not allowed near majors, all right, Josh? We've already figured that out, man. But no, look,
I will be
it's soon. It'll be let off the leash. It's fine. But no, yeah, we could do a bit of that. I think that actually wouldn't be a bad idea. You know what I mean? Maybe could you just try like a little bit of negativity? Just give me like a sentence, just something here. You know, focus it towards GX. Come on, they just lost pistol round. Give me.
I could do a generic pessimism.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't have to be too specific.
These ranked queues take so long, and then when you get in a game, and then you have an ISO, a neon, a chamber, and a jet lock instantly, and then a dodge, and then you have to wait 5 minutes for the re-queue.
Nice.
And it's basically the same thing up here, right?
Okay, I like that. Thank you. I see movement on stage now.
We got a no calmer, right?
Yeah, classic.
No headset, obviously.
Yeah,
2024.
Yeah. Playing off speakers. I did try and play.
Feedback coming in through the microphone.
Oh, don't. I did try and play on my laptop on a round table with no mouse pad.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. I'm so sorry to any of my teammates. It wasn't my best work.
I'm okay right now with the set. I have like a crescent table. It's not it's not a full round table.
Sure, it's usable, but it's not
like
ideal.
Bolted to the wall, and it's a little bit of a crescent. It's almost a rectangle. Close enough.
Okay.
But not quite.
Yeah.
And I've just been repping the PUBGs, to be honest, because I'm on the Wi-Fi, so
classic.
Don't want to risk anything with it.
Yeah. No. Oh, I feel like your negativity might have worked. I'm seeing headsets on. I'm seeing glasses on. He's washing his hands. Oh, why did we cut to that? Leave Redgar some peace,
Beautiful.
man. Dude, sometimes I swear that the guys who do the little switches, they're like, he's picking his nose, go to camera 3. Camera 3, nose pick. Lovely. Camera 2 now.
All right,
on the player
he's
spitting.
lifting one leg off of his chair.
I saw
his teammates are plugging their noses.
Okay, we're back in game. Thank you for your patience. Appreciate you guys, and appreciate you for the negativity there.
You're welcome.
Spurred it back into place. However, GX are going to be kind of suffering through this round regardless. Going to be seeing one Sheriff for Hoodie, and that's about it. And, I mean, if anything to go by, that first round was really beautifully done by Koi, so I'd love to see a bit more of that. But now, GX just kind of going through the paces, looking for small victories here.
And they still have the wall from Redgar. They never used it on pistol. That might get them a plan. I don't know if it's worth expending it, though.
Yeah, we'll see what they opt for. Already losing out on Purpo makes it pretty difficult. There it is. Do you get a plant for this? Wait to see.
It's an expensive plan, but it's the plan.
Yeah. Plant going to come in. I've lied. I can't believe I've lied to you like this.
I feel like he trolled us, not you trolled.
Was it a shock dart? What stopped him from doing it? I'm not sure what the actual utility investment was, but yeah, re-clears perfect. Koi firmly in control. 2 Andalusia flawlesses now, back to back. Their money's going to be in a great position, really going forward in this one. And I don't know what the stall was there on the plant. Something must have stopped him.
I need to see a replay. I feel like he thought he planted and then got off because he thought it was done.
No.
Because it looked really close from what I saw.
Please.
So,
please.
Come on, EVS.
Come on, EVS team. You're so good normally. You're my favorite people. Oh.
Okay, that's the opening kill.
Yeah, here we go.
And
no, it's too late. Damn it. Come on, EVS. I was on your side. It's fine. we'll say it was utility. It was chocolate something else. Scravino. Careful now.
His teammates are bailing out.
Okay, he does.
There
Camo. Oh, he still went down there. I thought maybe with the help from Camo, that could have been enough to maybe at least get him a 1-for-1 trade for himself, but not to be. But already repositioning towards the back of yellow here. Let's see what they've got left util-wise. Cloud's already used the dart.
What?
Aldra. Okay, yeah, he does get pinged with this, so just kind of wondering if he got away with it. He didn't. Purpo's done well. Ball's there. Plant's in. I'm gonna actually wait. Plant's not in. Once again, I keep lying. I can't stop myself. Yeah, stalled out though.
I know. Maybe Redgar's been playing wingman and has been just clicking a button, and then it automatically plants, and he's forgetting that he has to actually hold it. 4 on the knife.
Here we go. It's fine. No. Third attempt. Dizzy going in. Oh, 4th attempt. Redgar's really quite exposed here.
He's waiting for the wall.
Oh god, oh
The sage wall's down.
Oh, Red guy. It feels unfair. Like, they've stalled them out really well. Like, a lot of credit to Koi here. They have done really good stall, but now as a response, GX need to find a fight here. They need some safety, and they nearly find it. Starkzo now in a 1v2, but look at the HP. Plants there, that's a punish, and oh, the trade, Purpo. You left that real late in the day, bud.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the negative right now, just to avoid another tech pause potentially. Starkzo, why are you turning around? You know that there's no way this guy's planting the spike without someone baiting him. Hey, planter goes down, instant trade. Why not just hold your ground, wait for the swing, and go for that fight instead of turning your back and potentially, like, you have no recourse there.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, back to positivity.
Oh,
Redgar's got this.
I saw an outlaw and I was so excited. Saw those light shields. Love an outlaw. Not going to get played here though. Camo going to opt for the Vandal instead, which is perfectly fine. Contact made again towards B long. This time, obviously, Grabino playing a little bit safer now.
So the last team we saw run this comp of GX, it was Team Liquid. And they were using middle a lot in that game. I wonder if GX is going to keep trying to force through B here, because that's where Koi's putting a lot of their defense and their stall.
But again, it was a lot of investment for Purpo to take towards yellow and then back away from this. I don't know if they feel like they've drawn full rotations, but I mean, they've got a fair amount of presence here, but I don't know if I like it.
It was a big investment. And I wish they would left someone, maybe yellow, but yellow, they might get scanned. He used his dash already, maybe at the lane or middle. But right now, the turret's up, the alarm bot's still there. I mean, they're going to get into A for free anyways. It's Icebox.
Yeah, I'll wait and see how cleanly they get away with this. Oh god, Red Guard. His one singular dream is to plant the spike.
And he can't use the sage wall now.
Nope. Installed out there. Here we go. Finally, dreams do come true. The plant's in, Redguard, job done. Oh, Hoodie. Okay, gets caught on that one. No one really is responding quickly to this one.
They're pushing in, do they not? Maybe the headsets are down again.
I've got to say as well, Hoodie's taking a long old route here.
He thought they were instantly going to turn around and deal with him, but he went around and they stalled. They're looking for him right now. We could see that Grabino's looking for this flank.
Okay, Wingman gets denied on the defuse, so they're going to have to put bodies behind it, but two players been picked up already. Purpo and Fatinho going down. Late lurk finally coming in from Hoodie, and it's actually timed quite nicely now. Going to be an insurance policy on this round. Going to make it incredibly costly. Molly went down before he fell at the time.
Okay, never mind.
It's all good. Don't you worry about it. He got his plant.
He did his job. He is Sage. He's basically Wingman.
Yep. Wingman with a res.
With a wall.
And a wall. There you go. That's a lot. That's great. 2-2. This is a good couple of steps. It still feels a little bit dangerous. It doesn't feel, you know, secure yet in how either team are approaching it, but the buy will be better for Giant X by a little bit of a margin. You've got the knives there for Purpo, so they can round out the buy. On the other side, there's still a little bit left over. They're going to equal out that money. Phantom out for Camo. Couple of sheriffs, a little bit of light armor here and there. So certainly not without a little bit of danger. The proactive deep knife finds nothing. So they might rotate off the back of this.
Grabino actually gave his weapon away. He is the one that saved, and he gave it to... Wait.
Oh. God damn, that was a nice little knife there. Purpo, good start. The Danger Man camo is here though, the one with the rifle. Now last time they didn't commit off the back, but this time all's gone in. They should be able to get a plant. I doubt there's as much utility to really deny that here. Redgar, even getting away with his life. So, job done, 2 rounds in a row. Camo, how much danger can you cause? How much threat? How much util? You got a Dizzy here, you got Wingman, you got a couple of bits and pieces, flash, knife, all sorts. But he's just going in. The Dizzy didn't go deep enough, and he does go down. Cloud gonna confirm it. That's Camo gone. So yeah, he's got the classic. Actually, that mosh is kind of nice here. That's gonna force him out, but no one to really punish. Shadow gonna find Redgar. Still dangerous, but Shadow again gonna find Hoodie. How's this getting as close as it is? Shadow's with a quick pickup. Gonna try and get that defuse started. Maybe get it to halfway here. Gonna spot the first. Fatinho gonna take at least a challenge on this. Time's ticking.
Get on it.
I mean,
oh,
yeah, too late. They got so close on that though. I mean, they've done incredibly well considering, but you felt they were that close to actually getting the full job done. Red Bull clutch, yes, but bloody hell. down to the wire, 2 to 3. A close affair between these two.
Am I making stuff up, or did Gravino actually save that weapon from the round before it? I think this is the troubles of getting older, is that sometimes you go a little senile and forget things.
A little senile?
A little, yeah. Because I swear Gravino had the rifle, and then it ended up in Camo's hands, and he went aggressive on yellow and didn't get... I think he only hit 1 body shot on 3 targets right next to each other.
It's very unfortunate. I need positivity back, Josh. We're going to have to start, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, can we do that anymore?
Nope. Nope, I want to keep my job. Thank you. For now, though, we're going to look at the outsider come through here. Shadow's got his. We're going to have Cloud on the other side. And Koi, really happy to test the waters deeper. Sitting closer towards Maze here. Pressuring a little, but GX not really deterred from the end goal. Heading straight on forward. Redguard going to pop the wall back on up, but now he's in a little bit of trouble. Camo still chomping at the bit, and he seemed completely unaware of the possibility that Camo's still there. Kept safe by the wall in play. So a second time of asking now, they're going to need that plant down. Yeah, there it is. Shadow's ult going to be brought in. Does get dealt with, but where's that second layer? There it is, but GX ready, waiting, perfectly played. Now Shadow and Shados not going to have the same sort of impact that they'd wanted. It's a 4-man firing squad down there. Hopefully they've got eyes on. Plant now, going to come in.
Spike planted.
Cloud stealing Redguard's job. Okay, first man. Not going to get any more. No, Cloud, Purpo safe. And I thought off the back of the fish ult coming in and that kind of re-hit that they went for, that was going to find huge value. It just found nothing. GX seemed really prepared for it.
And I said wow, and it might have sounded like I was surprised, but it was actually saying wow because I am constantly impressed with how good these guys are showing a good game right now.
That felt so difficult for you to say, didn't it?
A little bit like pulling teeth.
Yeah, blood from a stone, all of that sort of thing. Constantly impressed is our Josh. 4-2 though, GX now with a string of rounds. Starting to stabilize a little bit more. No timeouts called yet, either for Koi. Happy to run this a couple more times. Looking like they want to lean into a little bit of presence in middle. Should have been heard though.
100% it's heard, and it's going to be dealt with in a second by Hoodie. But this space from Gravino over at B, he's got the entire B line. His teammates feeling no pressure to stack this. Here comes the alarm bot getting broken. No sweat. Turret still's got the A flank. Kildra's got the mid to B. They get to hold this line.
They still seem worried about it.
They are a little bit worried about it, but I mean, it's defensive Icebox. You can't really do anything on this site. You just have to put the wall up and take the fights when there's the actual commit. Rotation away from A.
This is all on Gravino, isn't it, really? When does he hear the steps?
This is what scares me a little bit, this lockdown from Killjoy. Or that B retake's going to be really strong.
That's nice. Yeah, hearing a shot there too. Should draw over at least one player.
It's such low time. I feel like these guys are going to time out again if they don't go quick. But if they go quick, they might just get flooded on.
30 seconds left.
Gravino just kind of playing his life at the moment, which is the smart thing to do. Wait for those rotations to come in. Starzo's there now.
Push through with a KO flash?
I mean, the lockdown's going to come out as well. This makes the post-plant difficult. Force them to commit to yellow or incredibly far away. You can see almost the hesitation on Fatinho there for a second. Having to fall off from this. The flash is fantastic! Perfect from Starzo. That's the level you want to see from him. And now Fatinho has to make the arduous journey back. You're preying on the lurk from Hoodie. Maybe that presence will do something, but Wingman can be put to the challenge, and they've been cleared. Beautifully done. That deeper lockdown coming in. That flash was outstanding from Starzo.
I wonder if we're going to catch it on the replay. I think the reason why that flash was so effective was we actually saw a mosh pit kill. I think it flushed them out of back yellow. Instead of swinging to their right to go back towards lane, they swung to their left, which is exactly where that flash popped. And if you pay attention to where Gravino threw his orb, he actually threw his orb on the Viper wall, Giant X's Viper wall. So they pushed through their own orb with the flash, which popped in their eyes as they're running away from the mosh pit, and one player runs back in the mosh pit and dies to it. So that's a really good retake from these guys.
Oh, that's wow. Thank you, EVS. See, now we're best friends again. Love you guys. And as much as it's a close game, I'm kind of liking what Koi's doing, pushing up Camo like this, constantly trying to get a little bit more creative.
And he's pushed up B.
Yeah, again, just layer on layer, right? Camo should be fully prepared. That Aldrone, he's being prepped though. Does it clear him? Yep, okay. Rinse, repeat. Caught on the pipes. Dizzy
Double
back
flash.
in. Double flash. Yeah, this is nice. Koi really pressuring, but Shadow gonna fall. And in the meantime, look towards middle. Hoodie's taking space again. He's gonna be kept in check by the turret, I can imagine, but still, he's got a lot of room to play with. So it's kind of both on the lurks here. Do they pull the plug from this hit towards A and then bank on B, or do they continue on their pathing here?
Three suppressed.
And Knife again, they still know they're around. Camo, just unwilling to relent.
I think Shadows can control the flank once that Viper makes that pressure, but this lockdown, denied.
Lurk on the lurk here. Yeah,
Gravino's all the way in attacker spot, and there it goes, yep.
freebie on that one. And the lockdown's been dealt with. So now the map feels small, it feels claustrophobic for Giant X, but they gotta fight forward, and they're doing just that. Starkzo, I mean, I don't know how he got away even with the first, but he does. Fatini on the trade out, Shados on the backside, trying to stall out time. 17 seconds, Gravino with the timing. Perfect with Shados to catch Purpo. Red's gonna come back out, it's a 2v3. Plant needs to come in pretty soon here. Can't handle any more stall. Grabino gonna get a glance here, and it's Shados! Oh, I thought he even had a third there. No, Cloud keeps in control, but man, that got close.
It's getting real close on some of these rounds. That flank from Grabino was huge. Some of these opening picks, like I don't even mind the fact that Shadow went down there because they're doing such good jobs of just comboing these flashes. So many instances where multiple enemies are flashed, kind of lined up in the open, and had they hit the first bullet on some of these plays, on some of these pushes from Koi, they're getting a kill, maybe even a double kill as an opening. Like, these are really good things. And it's not like it's one isolated incident of them accidentally doing it properly. They've hit it at B on the retakes. They've hit it on pistol round, I think they did it on.
Yeah.
They've done it a couple other times on A. Like, they're doing a really good job of it.
Also, saw Cloud getting a little feisty there. Saw him having a little bit of a shout across the stage. Love to see that. Getting fired up. Timeout, though. Gonna maybe quell a little bit of it. See Barbar having a chat with the boys. This is gonna be a Koi timeout. And in these close rounds, it feels like it's kind of hard to consider what to do. There's no clear-cut plan because it can be so close in some of these moments, right? It doesn't feel like it needs a complete, you know, ethos change or anything of that sort. So it's just kind of like tuning up little bits and pieces. In this predicament, they do need to find a response, though, because, again, if you look at where this string of rounds have been happening, it's starting to get quite one-sided in these gun rounds.
They do have the op-out, finally. I think this is the first time for Camo this game. And so that's going to change up things a little bit, because he can't be as aggressive in Nest, for example. He can't be as aggressive with the flashes, but he gets to have a deep line and punish any lurks, and we've seen that happen a couple times from Hoodie. It looks like they might just steal this B line and contain Giant X towards A. Oh, down the tube as well. Oh.
Yeah, you were lucky to not get punished even on the first there, it felt like. Shados just about got away with his life, but Starzo wasn't so lucky.
But he's taking the line at B now. He's going to get in garage. He might even get a kill and get out with the way that these guys are split up so much right now.
Camo.
Second guesses the garage angle. Now this is bad because he has no one to back him up. He has to push. He has to push elbow to dodge. Wait, he gets back.
Okay. He's actually not been thoroughly punished on this. The Alpha doesn't fully... He's being closed down on those. Look at this split, 3-2 split. He's got pressure everywhere, and Purpo so ready to try and catch him as he backed away, backpedaling towards the safety of the B site, but there's no safety there. Plant should be going down. They've cleared it. Giant X with a really nice pivot through middle then. Love that little split, just taking away all of the options from Camo.
Yeah, I'm interested to know why they chose to do that. I think they were just maybe faking towards A little bit on a default, and then they realized on the lurker, hey, they're down tube. They got the spam kill. Okay, cool, got the spam kill. Let's go back towards B now. That's the only thing that really makes a lot of sense to me. And I might have missed something earlier on in the round, though. But
I've never seen you make mistakes, Josh. Never.
look, you know, you could be like VLR and Reddit and stuff and pretend that I never say that I make mistakes, but...
Look, it's fine. Everything is good. 5 alive for Giant X. Got a nice little operator in hand. Then, you know, after what was a pretty dreary map 1, let's, you know, call it what it is. 5 rounds wasn't very, you know, wasn't what they were looking for by any means. To come in here on the map choice of Koi and actually look a little revitalized. I want to give credit where it's due here. They've been looking quite nice with this one. navigating through quite an aggressive side as well. Koi's not been pulling any punches. They've been happy to pressure, to push, maybe to their own downfall at times after seeing, Starzo and Shados barely alive after that mid-scrap. But still, they've navigated all those threats. They've got themselves 6 rounds in hand. And I want to see if they can continue along this trajectory.
Rubino's going to play on A. I wonder if he should have dropped the Phantom to one of his teammates and taken a Judge instead so he could play with his ultimate as soon as he realizes to commit to A. It's aggressive push from Camo, gonna get the entire beeline. So this Viper ulti on defense is gonna come reactionary to this. Cloud has his Hunter's Fury, might use it to zone.
Waiting to see.
The way they're set up, it's like they don't want to use the ultimate this round.
Doesn't feel like it, does it? At least with this setup. I'm kind of waiting to see what the third piece of this is, though, with Shadow coming over. This high-low doesn't get rewarded. Wall's going to be there.
Here's the reaction.
There it is. So as soon as they get this close, what does Redguard do? Plant up top, spam?
There's 2 people there to spam.
There it is, yeah. Spam did come in. That's done really well for them here. Koi looking actually like they were very well prepared for this. At least with the first couple of steps they've taken.
Hoodie could counter ulti and plant on the other side of the site right now. I think that's what they should go for. Don't know if he's going to go for that right now, though. It looks like Purple's looking for an opening here.
I mean, maybe he can hear you. Maybe you know what you're talking about, Josh. It's crazy. Sometimes, but they still need that plant, and it still feels dangerous with Shados getting an angle like that. Just maybe even a shot straight into the pit. Don't know how much Shados saw, but saw enough. Now starting to dwindle in numbers. Hoodie trying to hold this one safe, but still no plant. Still struggling for that one, and Hoodie finding Starzo again.
Wrap from Shadow.
Shadow's positioning could be huge. Look at the timing on this one. Oh, it's Fatinho! Comes out on top in that. Plants in there.
Spike planted.
Now literally on top.
Let's see what they go for here. Giant X with 3. Koi finding it difficult now. It's dropped.
Not a lot of places to play around the pit, though. These are spammable lines, and the Viper actually left it. The ult's gonna drop.
Yeah, dropping on both sides. But
Sov ulti for the
One
for the
enemy
spike.
remaining.
Yeah. Shados, yeah, no options.
Yeah.
It's too late. And don't worry, you can call it a bomb. Baby Bay did it the whole time, so you're fine. Just, bomb site, CTT.
Thank you.
It's all right, I give you permission. You get 1 a game.
I get 1 a game?
Yeah, 1 a game.
Well, you do like 5 a game, though.
What are you saying?
I'm not taking notes or anything like that. Like, I don't know what you think that I use this for, but it's definitely only a counter for how many times.
I never make mistakes. What do you mean? I said deagle once, all right? It was once. Leave me alone.
I like the reaction from Giant X there. I think it was a really good decision to counter ulti on the other side instead of trying to reposition somewhere else.
That's because it was your idea.
Yeah, honestly. Maybe we need another tech pause, check to make sure that their headsets are on correctly.
Yeah. Because there's no way anyone would come to the same conclusion as you.
Absolutely
if they,
not.
Yeah, true. Okay, 3-7, and the judge idea now gets brought out. However, not going to be able to be complementing that with a pit.
I could get into Garage with the backup from Camo up top.
It still feels so risky.
Wait, yep.
Okay, timing might be nice on this one. Aldarin going to get dealt with. How ready is Redguard?
Better
be now.
Yep.
Oh, just needs to play.
Wait, don't get greedy!
I'm
sorry, I had to break it, but like, why?
It felt unnecessary, didn't it?
Like, you're expecting that it's only the Sova on a drone there? That's it? Nobody else's Garage? No one's in spawn? Like, no one's going to punish you for that? That's a bit greedy.
Oh, that's not the ideal way. That could have been a huge start for them. That could have been so huge. And now it's been brought back to almost all even. But again, they're working with less, so you've got to take all those small advantages. Oh, Camo's been cleared.
They know KO's here. They don't know Gecko's here as well.
Do they carry on or do they?
Yo! Stop!
Greedy little fingers.
They're really pushing me, huh? They're testing me.
Yeah, they heard positive Josh was around, so they're like, what can we do? Well, this one looks kind of wrapped up, doesn't it? They don't know that the site's completely open, but it is. So they can just kind of walk in completely free here. Giant X. I mean, as much as Rubino made the mistake, they were ready for that. Didn't let that go too far, punishing off the back of the kill on Redguard. Nice work from Giant X. And as I said, I do want to highlight how well they've pivoted back after not a fantastic map one. So plants in there.
Planted.
And the 2 remaining players, I mean, your options aren't great. You're looking at your notepad. Did I say bomb or something?
No, you didn't.
AK,
it's a 4-on-2, and these guys started on an eco, and there's 1 round left, and that means that they're going to go for it. If Shados gets a kill here, he will have lockdown for the retake on the next round. That might adjust their setup. So going for that is going to be interesting. Wingman for the defuse.
Gotta start going soon, though. Okay.
Well, that's a start.
Well, there it is.
Just kidding.
There was the start, and there it closed. Done. Giant X, big first half coming through here. Already up to 8. Could close out incredibly strong. Couple of ults to bank in as well. You got Hunter's Fury, you got the knives as well for Purpo. Really nice. Now on the other side, Starkzo and Shadow do have theirs, so Shados one off from his. But again, this start and just the need to feed, overwhelming.
We've got the need for feed. I like it.
Thanks, man. That's really kind of you.
The only thing I can think of right now, Cloud with the Hunter's Fury, Purpo with the Blade Storm, is that there is Starkzo with his ultimate, so he could definitely disarm both those. He could use those reactively as soon as he hears this.
And you know Cloud is good at it. You know Cloud is good at that. Instantly takes away Shados. And I think Shados was one of the players who was near to that one away, I think, from the lockdown. So
yep.
Not a bad target to claim.
And he's the Killjoy, which means that all the mid-lurk timings are open for access. And Giant X realizes this. They set up their Killjoy on A, and they get to go on Walkabout.
Yeah, both teams aware of the space created there. You can see Giant X and Koi both responding to that newly available avenue forward. Camo and Shadow put to challenge, put to task.
I have the spike.
Drone available to reclear B. They're going to use it as a... Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
And does that feel indicative, seeing Purpo backpedaling like that? I don't know how much stock you put into it, but you're feeling like maybe they were leaning back this way, but now you've had contact on B.
I think that was a misplay on the overall goal of Giant X. They were originally going to go back together, but then they chose, never mind. This is falling apart. It's unwinding.
Hoodie.
The seams.
It was trying to sell a fake, maybe, but it feels desperate. But look at what they've done. They pulled them off from this.
They're getting kind of what they wanted, but they lost too many players in the process. I'll try to break it down after.
Spike planted.
Because the Thrash is available.
It is.
Starkzo has ultimate.
Cloud's got one shock dart left, and he doesn't have his...
They realize they're playing pushed up by screens. They want to take these fights.
Yeah, they need a pick. Oh, they almost had one. They almost had one, but almost isn't enough. They're trying to stall out time towards the top side here. Stark's still going to pop the ult. Shadow's still got his. Redgar eats that flash. Almost had a chance at it, but no. Cloud's on the run. Fadinho, opportunity beckoning though. Reno going to find him on the 1-for-1 trade, and the numbers are not enough. A little bit of recovery at the end there, but it got messy then, Josh.
It got a little messy, and I think what was happening for Giant X was they put the Viper Orb up at mid, they want to cross back to B together, and then in the process of all that, they're like, wait, no, we're going to fake reclear B with a drone, but we're actually going to go back to A. But in the timing that they're crossing back to A, the orb drops, he gets picked out, and then that causes all the weird stuff to happen. Yeah. So that's why we see this forced play by Hoodie on B. Hey, we lost a player, like, I need to sell this. He swings out, he dies as well, and things just start falling apart for them.
Bravo, guys.
4 rounds to their name. Koi just about clinging on to hope here, but during all of the bigger gun rounds, they only claimed 1. It was a drought for some time. Giant X had their number, and they're playing very well. Again, a little bit of a reminder of the potential of some of the individuals on this team and how well they can play when the stars align. Now, do they have what it takes on the defending side? Can they take us to a third? Does Koi have the wherewithal to bring us back here? Quick moves and no respect shown from Camo.
He got info, and that's going to help his teammates at B with the confidence. Hey, we've seen like 2, maybe even 3 people here. Go take it. It's free. Open up.
He kept 4 players there, kept his life, did a little bit of, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, you're right. Still forward position. Does get shoulder checked by Purpo there, so Purpo, credit where it's due to at least keep that in the forefront of his mind. But again, the reposition is hard to handle. Redgar now isolated from the others and just put to death. Grabino's now a problem. They have to put time and manpower to try to clear him out. They can't leave him on his own, and that's what they try and do. They just send Purpo in, just flying through it. But now you look at the post plant, still a flash for Starkzo. Still got the nade as well. Whole other stall here to work through, but Shados on the trade out, takes down Purpo. Fadinho, the last man alive. It's a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it in. He's got so many steps to take. Starkzo too low down on HP, but he's fine. He had the support from Shados. If it got even threatening. Koi take the first step.
That's a really interesting thing that I'm trying to like break down in my head right now about what Grabino did there.
Okay.
They had the 5-on-4, and they knew that Giant X was stacked towards A basically, but they had full abilities for the retake if they wanted to. So he wants to disrupt the retake. He goes up the site while they're planting, gets into the hallway. And he wants to go and take a fight. He sees one, he gets out, dances around. He's buying a lot of time for his team. I'm wondering why all of the rest of his team fell back instead of having anyone else pushed up with him, ready to trade or kind of like keep pressure on at the same time.
And I'm liking this confidence from Camo still, especially from that first round where he's just taking space, pushing up. And already, very clear cut on this. It feels like a stack from Giant X. They have 4 players here. Could cause a little bit of mayhem, but Camo's up to task, up to challenge. Look at him. Clean as ever. Easier targets, of course, with just classics. Get it out of the way, move on. And we'll see a flawless, making the scoreline look far less punishing. You know, 6-8 looks feasible. Looking at the bonus here, though, this is going to be massive, right? Like, how much can they do in this? 5
rifles. This is a really good chance for Koi to swing it back in their favor. I really like what they did there with they had the Viper wall up just so that they could do the cross. Then they traded out. They put an orb down for Snowman, dropped the wall so that they can swing and take those fights together. I really liked the way that they fought all those angles together and didn't straight up go for the plant, because they can't. They don't have a Sage wall. They know they have to take the fights.
You're right. Purpo's going to hear all of this. Does he call in the cavalry? I think he does, but a quick play up middle as well. Navigating around the util. Already going to cut through mid, but a challenger found. Camo, you're so clean with it.
Shadows.
Does he must have either heard a step or something, because he is so deady to this. But there is a little bit of mid play coming in as well. Red Guard.
The turret's down, which makes me think that he broke it.
Could be the case. I'm also looking at the placing for Hoodie. Red Guard's having a rough game, and Hoodie's been found as well. It's on for Tinio and Cloud. I think this might be a call to evacuate. I wonder if they even get the chance to keep these guns. Again, considering you're on the bonus, you could probably spare a little bit of it, but it's only Starzo who's down on the Bulldog. Everyone else getting those perfect upgrades. This has been a lovely round, actually. Oh, Camo claiming more. Confidence builders, Koi, right back in the swing of things. And Lucia flawless. I feel like I'm saying that a lot this game.
They're tied up on those 2 apiece, and they all happen within the first 3 rounds of each half.
Oof.
So a few saved weapons. That's going to be a little bit of a saving grace for Giant X here. Now they needed to make a good adjustment with it. What do we see different between what Giant X did on their defense versus what Koi did? Purpo, he's got the top yellow line. He's got no teammate with him. There's no Viper. Cody's not playing close to him, like under him. They don't have a high-low setup. He has no one to bail him out, no one to break the knife, no one to trade him. And so once he falls, everything just starts falling apart one by one, especially with Shadows, like the dagger on the side. Keeping everyone, like, they couldn't rotate. They knew they had to deal with him. They knew he was there, and that bought so much time. So twice now, Koi has a player that's inserted in an area that makes it so uncomfortable for Giant X to be able to move around and go for the next big objective.
Yeah. And I'm just happy we got Pips and Cam. So animated. A couple more seconds on this. Giant X need to break back in here. This has been a jilting second half, and I feel like it's a real confidence boost for Koi. After what was, a real drought of rounds. So we focus back up here, still able to fashion a buy coming through. A little scary. I think the only real impact is going to be the Hoodie's down on the Bulldog. So, yeah, the light shields aren't ideal. I'm sure there's going to be some bits and pieces they'll be lacking, but as it stands, functional. Cloud. A little ahead here. Purpo by his side, looking for a pixel. Oh dear. Ooh, ducking IRL. Head down. And it's all going to be noted. The knife, I don't think caught anyone at this point. Redguard just trying to play off the back of his wall, maybe trying to slice the site in a new way, but Grino checking up top, sees no one, but they are waiting on this. They're very nearby. They haven't fallen away completely from sight. Purpo pops that dash, waiting for a chance on this now. Needs to swing the corner if he wants to check. Camo's got him done. Good trade from Cloud, though. Going to be forced out of position, very vulnerable to the firing squad. 3 men on the other side. And one by one, they're losing out here. They've got to be careful now. Numbers not looking so likely. You got Redguard and Hoodie close by. Wingman could go for this plant, only noting one of the two. And there it is, plant's gonna be there, and Redgar can't push up any further.
It's a safe plan. They're gonna have to play in, but numbers for Koi.
Coutinho's just been caught off. Not even sure where he got found from. Yeah, nice attempt from Hoodie, but the numbers just so drastically in favor. And Redgar's position, yeah, already found. And again, as something we said, Redgar, he's a great player. You know what value he can bring to a team, but he's just having a nightmare of a game. 1-13, it's not fun. Played the role as best he could on that attacking side, but here, it's just going to be a walk away. Try and keep that weapon going further forward. And well, this is the turnaround here. And I have seen a new little icon. Yeah. Did you see this one?
Faker, yeah. I popped it. I popped it on the rehearsal.
Look at that. Oh. They shouldn't leave me League of Legends stuff, because I'll just start messing around with it.
Well,
you know? I don't know what else there is.
Dumpster fire.
Oh, that's a classic. That's a classic.
We'll save that one for later.
Yeah. That can come back when, you know, Toxic Josh comes out. Okay. You know, past the watershed.
So I was like hoping that Purple would have tried to take a different angle, but the reason why he didn't, he was holding just that generator side, was because that Sage Wall actually blocks people from being able to walk up Maze side. So he's expecting no one's going to be there, but he didn't expect them to take the rope across to the top of 410 and then get that angle by dropping onto the Sage Wall from there and catching him in the back. So really unfortunate for him and unfortunate for the rest of his team.
Yeah, and you got to look at that money for Koi as well. Economy swelling out of control. 8.5 on Grabino, 8.6 on Shados. Almost able to buy that Ari skin.
Get out of my way! Yeah. Monster on the loose.
Ball goes up. Redgar gonna fall away.
Caught.
And punished. Camo, look at this. The amount of presence they're taking. The second they get contact here, I'm becoming quite the fan of Camo. Not able to land that as cleanly, but the plants will be coming down. Can they deny it? Yes, they can. Wingman's fallen. Purpo gets to play his life a little longer. 50 HP, sure. But they have bodies back on the site here. So for the second time of asking, Koi are going to have to re-aggress this and re-clear, and they've done that. Cloud's fallen, and now that means that really Purpo's a bit out on a limb, it feels like. He's got support. Coutinho, Hoodie. Okay, no, they're holding on to this. And I'm keeping my eye on Grabino as well, a mile away. But that spike being where it's at is an issue. And they're starting to think about it. Did Hoodie just... the timing is heartbreak. Yeah. Coutinho is keeping this competitive, but even trading back in a 1v1, Shallows won it out. Tipping the scales in their favor. Koi.
5 in a row.
Yeah, this is... I'm wondering if there's going to be even a double pause at some point, if we're going to see Pipson just pump in the brakes, because it's not working. Whatever the adjustment was, hasn't landed again.
It's 9 out of the last 10 that Koi's won, and 5 in a row on their attack side so far. And they're, I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll say it a million times. Their attack side is night and day better than their defense, and this is a perfect example of why. They are doing such a good job right now of being explosive with Camo kind of like going in. He has that killer instinct, he's ready to just go in. He's off the back of a Thrash, flashes, dart, knife, I guess, to open things up, and he's just going in and trusting that the flashes are going to land, and then he's just going to go take a shot and find out whatever the situation is there. If he's able to go for more, he goes for more. If he's not, he's able to get out, wait for his team, and then go in again.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice to see, because, again, it highlights something to me that it feels silly to say it, but it's easy to forget how good Starzo is on some of these roles. I mean, you roll your mind back in the day towards when he was kind of playing more Sky and stuff like that. It was a little bit more apparent, especially during that Sky era where it was just, you know, very, very strong. But even here on KO, his supporting work is fantastic, and then you see Camo thriving off the back of it. It's a lovely little bit of consideration. And statistically, I don't know if you guys can see it, but just to let you guys know at home, he's already got 12 assists here. You know, the guy is very good at that supporting act, and seeing the benefits of it in motion is always wonderful. So timeout called here for Giant X. I was kind of umming and ahhing if you're going to see Pipson instantly hit back in. The guy won't pull any punches. He's normally one of their own biggest critics as well. It's something that I actually quite enjoy about Pipson. He's very to the point. If you ever hear him on a desk or an interview, he will cut to the quick. So he can't be happy with what he's been seeing. So whatever it is, you got to try and make something happen now for your side, because as it stands, Koi taking the reins now. What do we have to work with? Coutinho lockdown. Okay, Cloud with Hunter's Fury, but it is this Vandal with Purpo that I'm trying to focus on. They're going to try and slow down Camo a little. Who's been wonderful at cracking this open.
Herbo needs a trigger to go off of. He needs someone to spot for info, do a flash, get noise cue, anything.
Play him in a little bit, right? And traditionally, I'd say Cloud can be extremely good at, trying to set him into motion. And there's the info off the back, and he adjusts well. Camo's been punished this time. Falls away, doesn't need to outstay his welcome. He's got that first step in the right direction for the side.
No one from the side of GX has taken any space down middle or towards B. They have the alarm bot dealing with B, the turret dealing with kitchen, so they're just holding their spots. 4 versus 5, but the gun advantage is in the favor of Koi still. And a Viper ultimate to kind of help secure things. He'll get pushed out by the lockdown, so Koi might have to play in. Only the Viper spotted on that drone. Could be a lurk.
Yeah, it's definitely not enough that you pull everything over for, but they do have to, I feel like they have to take a little bit of a risk considering they are on that lighter purchase. They do have that Stinger and of course the Vandal we saw debut earlier in this round, but as it stands, Ult's gonna come in to try and secure this. Hunter's Fury on the other side, the plant has come in. Now, Cloud gonna connect. It feels like an inevitability with him doing that sort of thing, and there's the
Passive
lockdown.
lockdown though. It's not at the screen's angle, it doesn't get as much. It forces them not all the way back, so they get to play up a little bit in the forward positions.
Bomb grenade out.
Looking for the rest of the utility in this post plant. Starzo's got some stall, so does Shados. Grabino as well could buy a little bit of time here. There's the first bit of kit coming in, so that's going to buy a couple of precious seconds. They need to try and gap close here, try and get in their faces. Grabino's going to find one, but the trade there for Purpo. He still needs to be pivotal in this. Keep the pressure on. Purpo's doing exactly that, leaving it just down to Starzo. Wonderful work from Purpo, utilizing that hero Vandal just right.
There's a big round from him, and it's kind of hard for him to be able to get the value. I like what he did, though. He waited for some information to happen on the map. That was Koi kind of initiating things and being like, hey, we're over here. And then when that happened, here comes the dart. He's trying to go over the pipes. He's able to find one, which is a flick shot onto a Camo. Finds an opening kill, gets out, and then from there, they're able to kind of keep the round stabilized. So that big opening kill, and that's what we're going to need to see from these guys. But he can't do it by trying to be a hero in very specific spots. He needs to do it very deliberately.
Similar scene to the beginning on the other side of the map this time, however. The Dizzy, the Flash, and the space is taken. But you noted it before, and we'll note it again. The KJ utility is here. Knife will not deny that.
No, that had to have scanned the Viper.
It got the Viper, but it didn't take any sort of... I don't think it got anywhere near to catching Killjoy. So the alarm bot's still there. That gets cleared, but it's highly indicative. But look on the other side of the map as well. They're making a lot of progress here.
This is sketchy for Hoodie. It's not worth it, but he gets it. He gets it. Why not?
I don't know if I love that because you got again. This was with 3 players, right? This was 3 players working towards B, and look at the space they've got on the other side of the map.
The space they've got the site.
I mean, they've basically got mid now at this point. Now, I thought Cloud might have had an angle they weren't quite expecting, but they are so on it.
He's dead.
Look, he's got 2. Let him make sure. You'd be nice to Redgar. He's too much of a sweetie. It's my only bias, apart from Fnatic, obviously. For now, though.
Naturally.
Yeah, of course. Oh dear. Yeah, punish. 2v3. Oh, come on. How is this happening? This shouldn't be happening. And Shados, does he get challenged? He does. Cleared. Purpo trying to be the hero once again. And Starzo, I don't know if that plant's even favorable. It's certainly not. He needs to get a wiggle on. He's got to challenge it. Oh, just too late. And he's still even got the follow-up. A second earlier, a second quicker. Could have done so much more.
When you count in your head, are you doing Mississippi or 1,000 or how do you do that?
Crazy you think I can count that high. That's crazy.
Well, no, you're only counting to 7, but you use that word, that long word, just to space it out.
That means I have to take another hand, you know, like off the keyboard or the mouse. So I can only get up to 5. That's all I got. That's all I got, Chief.
Well, that's enough. Because it's like once you get to 5, you better hustle.
Yeah. True. I mean, 9 to 10. I feel like these rounds are hard to find faith in, but it's working. Question mark. The timeout's working. Purpo, just get us 4 again, or, you know, hope that Starzo takes a little too long on the walk-up. Shados just got his ult as well, so It'd be interesting to see how well, I guess, Koi try and clear this space taken if they do intend to use the Killjoy or anything else towards A.
As Fred Durst says, you gotta have faith.
Sorry. Sorry.
Was that a cringe?
Out of everyone who said you gotta have faith, not George Michael.
Well, I know, he didn't actually pioneer the song. It's like the Sweet Dreams thing, right?
I'm so done with you. And Purpo actually going to get away with one here. Considering you saw on the other side how often they checked on Camo trying to play this position, he got away with robbery on that one. Now, with a couple of ults to still depend on, this is what I'm looking at. What do they do with this? So the lockdown's gone in, and both teams pivoting right back towards middle here. I want to see if they try and get ahead of this. They might even catch. No, they cross each other's paths, catching any glimpses, and they are sprinting towards B.
30 seconds left.
Are they out of range for this? I think they
the
are.
Sage here. Yeah, he was like, wait, did I hear that?
Yeah.
They're not in yet. Are they going to send him with the Thrash, though? Or are they going to bring the Thrash back? Because this is a waste of a Thrash.
That seems
it does
a
nothing. You don't get
little
it back.
much.
You don't get the space off of it. 4-4 retake. No Sage wall.
Maybe maybe just not sure how much control they had in Cloud. A couple of reminders of how good Cloud can be on this agent. It's wonderful to see. You can already see them preparing for this to be shot out. Trying to get that removed as quickly as possible.
Nothing a combo, though.
And away we go, straight towards trying to clear this. Grubino on the line, does get one traded out by Cloud. Shados and Shadow on the back lines here, still trying to play this through. Too many targets and too little time. As Shadow now left in a 1v3. They're back in the game. This time Cloud getting 4, and they make it up to 11.
Your duty is not over.
I'm surprised, yeah, they used the res there at the end of the round just to get that economy stabilized a little bit. Things were getting down in the dumps a little bit. Good opening pick. Got traded out. Not resable, but big shock. The limitations with this composition that they have is once they send that Sova dart in, there's nothing to combo with it. They don't have enough AoE utility. The Killjoy mollies are placed at the early start of the round.
Yeah.
The Viper molly is all they have. It's only one of them. I mean, you could argue you could combo it with a Sage slow or anything, but you can't combo it with like a flash, for example. And when you combo a dart with a flash, it means that people eat the flash. That means that they're not being able to peek for a few seconds. That means that the scan goes off. It might get you some spam kills. It might get you the space. So there's a little bit of a limitation. So the fact that they're able to go in and clean it up that handedly, 3 people alive on a 4 versus 4 retake, and then they got the res, so 4 people at the end of the round. That's pretty good. And that's what Giant X needs to keep them alive in this game. I say keep them alive. They're winning. Yeah. They have a 2-round lead. 3 in a row. You know, whatever that timeout was, Pipson got it right. 3 rounds back to back after it. Just want to make sure Cloud buys armor. He does, no worries. As it stands, though, Koi did just call their own tactical timeout. Needed a check in here after dropping those 3 back to back. It's such a pivotal time as well. He said, "Step up, or Barbar is coming to play for you next season." I miss player Barbar. I think I trialed him for MTW in 12 years ago. I just remember Barbar having like one of the most like OT records, I think, as a player. Pretty sure he was part of that game. Oh god, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Cloud. Yo, just finding confidence now just feels so audacious, but it works so well. Playing together, pushing up towards B, claiming a little bit of that space, falling away, it's perfect. Now the trade out. They lose the site, they have Hunter's Fury, 5 versus 4 retake. No Sage Well for the retake. Oh, denied on the plant there. Gonna force Shadow to put his life on the line now. And Camo's playing ahead. Now, does Giant X put a lot of faith in this? They need to clear very diligently. We haven't really seen Camo playing this close up. And he's on an island. Yeah, he's got Stark, so I guess kind of nearby with his 2 flashes, but still. This angle is tough to deal with, though. He's probably going to get 1, use a Cloudburst to stay alive. Oh, he's got Hoodie as his first target if he comes through, but the Flood comes in from down low. Stunning work, though, from Camo! And the flashes, the support, everything from Starzo is just there as well. Stalls them out for the reposition, gets the swing off the flash. That is gorgeous from Camo. His supporting star as well, being Starzo in that. Those two working so well together. A really good synergy between the two. Those first 3 kills, like this angle is so tough to clear because you don't really expect anyone to be up here. It's like only an angle that Jets can play. Getting that first one, I'm like, okay, he's gonna get out after it. Gets 2 more, repositions, waits
2 flashes come over, and on the second flash, that's when he peeks out and starts getting the last 2 kills right above generator. That's where like the entry flashes go, and they're using that on the post plan.
It's so nice. Even the knife getting 4 of them there, so instantly able to kind of like prioritize targets, but still, that was a one-man show. These rounds overall had been looking better for Giant X in the last couple, right? They've turned this back around. But still, a step in the right direction for Koi after what was a couple of rounds of worry. Got to deal with the util here. This is going to be no surprise to them, at least on the alarm bot. It shouldn't be, should I say, but you can see how close by Hoodie is.
Use the orb. They could break that with a molly. Oh. The A fake to walk B.
Wow, I thought Dizzy caught him in time. Apparently not. Little off kilter in that, and Hoodie's got no idea. I don't know how Hoodie wasn't more aware of the chance of it, but there it was, right in his face. They're looking for options. Keep in mind, Starzo is not with the main pack of players here.
45 seconds.
Careful here.
They have the knife up on Starzo, but he's over on A. Oh, they're gonna fake.
Oh, but look at the positioning from Redgar. At minimum, he should hear them. They're trying to take the longer route, but yeah, you can see it. You can see the response coming out from Cloud, coming right back through on CT. Redgar not going to opt to push on this, but the timing as well from Grubino is going to be interesting too, how those two match up. But Starzo's crept the site.
Oh, he's
now Grubino, the timing. Oh! But do they get the plant? I've got to see if they get the plant here. They're trying to, yeah, Wingman's on the case. There's Cloud to take away Starzo, so now, without that superstar supporting act, but there is that mid-lurk. There is this mid-lurk on the way, but they need to keep bodies on the site. Shadow has to be enough of a threat here. That's a freebie. Redgar being trailed the whole way. Grubino going to spot Fatinho, and now Fatinho in a 1v2. Difficult scenario, and Shadow puts him out of his misery. 11-11. This is a heartbreaking time now.
This is getting really down to the wire.
Their money's
not good. They do have Blade Storm to use.
Yeah.
Again, they don't have any flashes on this composition. We haven't really seen either team use middle that much. I wonder if this is the opportunity. We haven't seen Purple getting really aggressive on B yet. The farthest he's gone is kind of like top yellow.
Right there.
So I wonder if we're going to see anything like that being pulled out, or if it's just a straight up standard setup. Aggressive.
And it netted Cloud a reward before, but does this feel a little too obvious at this point? I don't know.
They baited, he shot his classic as like a bait. Hey, I'm still backed by yellow, I'm not over here. This aggressive position from Cloud, and sometimes like you have one duelist in your composition, sometimes it's gotta be the Sova that's getting aggressive. Sure, he's got drone and dart, but he gets cleaned out. Not gonna follow for it a second time.
Grubino's been on the money today. A fantastic performance for him, he'll be happy with that, but still, the win would be everything, and it's on Purpo.
Here's everything.
It's on Purpo. Time to be a hero. And he can only get one. Takes away Starzo. He sees a lot. But they're getting towards 50 seconds now. If you're Koi, you've got to commit at one of these points. They have the man advantage too. They've got a good foothold here.
They have the Viper's Pit that they could
Shadow's
use.
going to have his ult as well. They depend on that to clear the site if they want to.
Oh, that's a good aggressive wall from Redgar there just to slow them down. Get the little bit of confirmed info. It's going to pull the rotation. They're going to stack this up. But yeah, they have to use the Thrash. They have to run in and use the Viper's Pit. They have to plant in the pit. They have to take the space. They can't just play just a plan.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I was a little bit, I was question marking that one.
Oh, move.
Out of the way.
Wait, they get the plan.
At the same time? That's ridiculous. I thought that'd get denied. I guess put the fear of God in Redgar there. Fatinho wasn't able to even challenge it.
Surely use the Viper's Pit though, just to stop them. You have no other util, just a mosh pit.
Okay, first attempt, but still, they've got numbers. This would need, probably one of those miraculous moments from Fatinho. Not going to happen. Koi finding stability in the last couple of these rounds here. 12 to their name. They take map point, series point. If they win this next one, series is over.
Yep, this is kind of sad and heartbreaking if you're on the side of Giant X, because you were just getting the swing of things. You got 3 in a row, you're up 11-9. You're like, yeah, I'm feeling it now. Purpo had a couple of nasty rounds, starting to feel it individually,
guys, let's go.
And then it just slips away.
They're getting outplayed, guys. Let's go. Keep it.
It might just be getting outplayed. You might not be wrong. Cloud has ult, but you got to look at the buy. It's rough. What are you meant to do with this? Purpo once again called upon in these moments. Having a stretch down middle.
Redgar, yeah, he's solo on A, he's 3 and 19, he's got a Spectre. I just don't know what he's going to be able to do here. They don't really save the wall for the retakes, for the defuse.
No, I don't know what the plan is. I don't know how you're meant to make a Spectre work at this point. He has to concede the site anyway. Ult on top of it, plants in. Does remove the vision from Camo, to be fair. So, might have to change plans a touch.
They have to use the Hunter's Fury as a zoning ulti as the rest of the team scales in. No, that's team damage.
Okay, does catch on towards Shados.
That's a kill
and
with
gets
it.
Fatino found Camo as well, so they're down to 3. This could be OT. Sarzo, Shadow, and Grabino. Oh, Grabino, that's nasty! Sarzo in unison. He's starting to come alive here, but it's Shadow now in a 1v2. Time's on his side, but they stand. Purpo gets him out of danger at the final hurdle, pushing them up to 12 apiece. OT on the cards.
This is when the game's going to start getting a little bit freaky. We're not going to see that many ultimates unless someone has a really big round, but usually like the players that we're seeing that are doing this right now are usually like Purpo's doing it right now a little bit. Camo had a few big
Did you
rounds.
just use the word freaky as...
Is that a problem?
No, I was just curious why that was your go-to.
I mean, I did, yeah.
Yeah. Why was that your go-to? I'm just wondering.
I don't know. Probably
Somebody gonna
many
match
reasons.
my freak? Is that like a little meme in your head?
No.
Is that what happened? Are you trying to appeal to the Zoomers? Was that it?
Yeah, actually, that's what it was.
Got it.
You got
Caught
me. You nailed me. Yep.
Caught you.
Well done. Then I thought I could just like slip it by. It would go unnoticed.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. 12-12.
You say that again.
If I say it, I'll believe it. Koi starting off on the defending side. Of course, that then means Giant X on the attack. And they better be diligent about this one. Because you can see what's happening here. I wonder...
How many times has Camo been up here this game? 4?
About as many as Purpo was, but...
Oh! I haven't seen this before.
Yeah. I mean, he gets the owl drone burnt early, but he burned the dash, so...
Double flash in 5. Oh, no, he's abandoning it. He's trying to play it different. They realize it's 25 rounds into the game. Maybe one or the other team has caught on to what's happening.
Perhaps. Whoa, careful. And again, it feels like a lot of the round, I need to be careful to not use Faker's faces while I was using that. Is banking on these lurks, it feels like in my mind, the timing towards it, but obviously the main part is going to be this entry work coming in. There's a lot of bodies here, 4 players. Obviously for Koi on the other side and Purpo trying to work his way forward here. They've got at least the step in the door, but they need to kind of kick it down to get that plant in. Gonna reveal the position of 1. Does he go on this? Redgar's in a little bit of trouble here. Gonna be denied at least the attempt at the plant, and Purpo's found Shados. Big damage from him. Camo wants it on the action, be slowed down. Can't springboard to deny the plant. So they get out with their lives. A 4v4. The Lurk's not gonna go all the way around. They don't know that. There should still be some caution to it. They have to get past Purpo, and they do. Camo with a belter. Now, clearing some of that util. First tap on the spike. Trying to draw closer. See if anyone's willing to go through that wall. They're not. Trying to close the gap over towards Maze. The double swing. Redgar unaffected by Dizzy, but there it is. Shutting down on him is Koi. And Wingman doing his job, doing his duty. And well, it's going to be a clean first round in OT for Koi. So they take the lead.
I have something to say, but it's mean, so I probably shouldn't say it.
How nasty is it? Is it personal? Like, where are we at?
It's not personal.
Okay.
It is about one of the players' performances, though.
If I hear the words Redgar, you're out.
No,
you
it was
might.
going to be Wingman.
Okay.
It's basically 5 players plus Wingman
Yeah.
versus 4 players plus Wingman.
I don't like your tone
Now,
today,
the thing
Josh.
is,
I don't like
that is deep analysis that you can't get anywhere else, okay?
True, true. You know what? Thank my lucky stars you're here. Hoodie is a little bit of trouble. He's going to be kept a little safer, but not by much. Oh,
okay.
Come off it. Just knocks down the door in 1. You thought with all the util, 2 players to it, dedicated, that might be enough.
Spike planted.
Sure as hell wasn't. 3 now to try and keep Giant X alive, or it's over in 2. Redgar, Cloud, and Purpo.
Take flight.
Now drone coming in. Cloud trying to set them in motion, but there's no one really there to work through on this. Purpo's still pretty far away in middle.
The Sage Wall is the only saving grace. He needs to get it angled properly so that there's multiple blocks that they have to break. Here it comes.
I mean, what can he do, though? It needs an heroic attempt, and it's not going to happen. Heartbreak for Giant X, but Koi closing out in 2. A big upswing in performance there, Josh, from start to end. First map, I think, was really the kind of, I guess, the first steps towards it, but confirmed there on Icebox as well.
And I want to say it, I don't want to jinx it. I feel like every time I say this, that they look so much better, they look revitalized. I feel like the next time I watch them, it's gone. But they do look good, and their defense looks a lot better, especially on that first map, Sunset, with the way that they were doing the rotations, whether it be a man down or whether it be the gamble stacks. They're looking really good. And then I love the combos with the flashes as well.
Very nice. Yeah, seeing some vintage stars though there as well. Love to see him doing nicely. 23 assists in the end. Fantastic performance, and of course Camo working off the back of it. Grubino as well. Big performance all around for those boys. They should be happy with that one, but still, this is a sour moment, I can imagine, for Giant X. Not happy with that. Map 1 not pretty. Map 2 rough around the edges, but still. Hopefully with a little bit more work, we can see them back on form in Purple, and Cloud still looking good. But yeah, credits where it's due here. Boys on the screen looking very much on point today. Lovely performance from start to end. And kind of glimmers of what we've always wanted from that squad, really.
And that's his gym work for the week. He's done.
Yep, he's absolutely nailed it. Right, that's enough from us. It's been a relatively quick day, but for those who want a bit more, who fancy really getting into the thick of things, do stick around, because we're going to be sending over to the post plant where Kaquka and Tom are waiting for you. And if I'm not mistaken, Shadow and Barbar might be joining them in a bit.
Always, Lauren, you are right. They will be joining us in a bit. But, you know, congratulations to Koi. What a performance. We were saying probably the pressure was off, Tom. But what we saw on Icebox, that was a different beast.
Because I think a lot of the time, especially teams with a little bit further down the table, you're going to have those issues of you go down, you're a little bit further behind, and then it's just gone. Like, I think we saw that in the first map for Giant X. But here, it felt like... I think I said it to you once they won the pistol. I was like, I think they're back in the game now. And it genuinely felt like that. The team looked very positive. There was a huge uptick. I think, again, props to Shadow for sort of keeping the team in a good mental state when they're down. And yeah, they look like they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, exactly. Again, Giants are still not out of the competition, just like Koi. So if you want to see this teams or, you know, anybody else that will make it onto the playoffs, the tickets are now on sale if you want to come here to the studio in Berlin. It's such a great experience. So check them out because they're available online. I believe that we will have a QR code if that decides to work. Scan it, get yours. Otherwise, go on Google. I mean, it's not like you were born yesterday. And even if you were, probably you can Google things. So,
yeah, you know.
Going back into things and talking, that's the ticket. That's what you have to scan. Otherwise, just visit emeatickets.valorantesports.com.
Nailed it.
Again, let's bring the conversation back to Giants. What do you think happened there? We were seeing that they were going back to that default composition, but then on the second half, things are not working.
I think it just worries me at the moment that it doesn't feel like Giant X are really playing into their strengths. They've got two strong individual players who I don't feel like are really being set up too well to perform to the best of their ability. And I also just think that when it starts going wrong, well, they don't have what the guys from Koi have. There's like to bring that sort of mental back. It looks like they're just obliterated mentally and everything falls apart.
I love that you bring in the mental because we have to bring in our guests, Barbar and Shadow. Welcome, guys. You know, take your time.
Hello.
Yeah, you deserve it. Are those mics working?
Dias. I'm not sure. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, well, congratulations on the win. First of all, guys, how are you feeling?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're feeling amazing, yeah?
I think we are right, yeah.
Just all right?
Yeah. No playoff, but it's nice to...
There is still chances.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you keep winning 2-0.
Yeah. No, we're super happy. We go for playoffs.
Did you guys expect the result from today? Maybe, you know, you're saying no playoffs. Do you think you were playing without pressure in that sense?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, you know, I think every team really do need a sports psychologist, like a dedicated one, because it's hard. It's hard when you're a rookie. It's hard when you're moving to a new country, right? It's just very rough in the start, you know. And I think that the pressure is getting to us over and over again. And I mean, obviously, we're playing quite okay when there is now when we know there's playoffs, so we will lose every game probably, you know. But I mean, nah, we feel good. Yeah.
What about you, Shadow?
No,
like an MC?
Yeah, no, I feel amazing, to be honest with it. Yeah, a beatbox. Boo boo.
I mean, it definitely helps when we see performances like the one that we saw from Camo today. We were talking about the different changes that we expected to see in the game, probably people picking different agents, but you guys go back to basics and he had an amazing performance. What was that in the server? Because also we saw you guys super hyped.
Yeah, it's just amazing to have Camo like this. Like sometimes you have these days where it's like invincible, you know, and it's so fun to see that like in official and him just destroying giants, to be honest.
But can we expect? I know that you said that, you know, that now that you know the playoffs is still a situation that could happen. Could we maybe see him in other agents? Because we were surprised that last week you went for the Neon, but then this week you went for the Raze.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were super good in scrims on Sunset. We were scrim demons, to be honest, but we couldn't get it out there in official. So we watch Heretics win games, and we try to do the same. So thank you, Neil Senior, Weber, and the whole Heretics. Yeah.
I kind of wanted to ask you on the other side of things. You are a team that, in my opinion, your bind actually looks pretty good. And then obviously you stopped banning Lotus. Why today did you decide to ban the bind? Because as I said, I think it's a map that you could have at least gone toe to toe with. So why was it removed from the pool?
I think we had, if we don't ban bind, then they might pick it. And we wanted them to pick into a Sunset, because I think
the little counter.
We had all of their numbers. We knew exactly what they're gonna do. And they did.
Did you expect the split bind after what happened last week?
The what?
The split ban.
I mean, if you get one round on a map, then you probably, you know. No, but it's natural. So we knew that it's either split or Icebox. We prepared for a split and Icebox, so it was nothing super surprising. But the bind toe to toe, I think it's simply because we wanted a Sunset, and also I think we need to renew our bind a little bit. These 2 days is the plan. Haha, gentlemates. But that's why also it haven't been feeling super good, and our Sunset started to click, so we went for that instead in this matchup at least. Yeah.
Talking about and speaking about the Icebox, things got dangerously close, but there was a moment, Barbara, where you asked for a timeout, I believe around round 21, and things start to change. What did you spot, and what did you say to the guys, or maybe it was your Shadow, that you were able to close that one out?
I think we were not synced in when they stopped us, especially when they stopped us in choke points. I don't think we were synced at all. Also, to break a bit momentum, Purpose started to fire off also, so we wanted him to cool down a bit,
Fair
right? And then just making up a plan for the last rounds, to be honest. So a bit better tactical than versus Fnatic, I would say, yeah.
I actually wanted to ask a question to you, Shadow, because I've spoken to a lot of your ex-teammates. I'll be honest, I don't think anybody has given a glowing review to every player except you. Like, your ex-teammates love you to bits. How do you stay so sort of like positive and level-headed in these games? Because it seems like everyone I've ever spoken to has always said he's always happy, he's always calm, he's always keeping the mood up. How do you manage to do that?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, to be honest, I just am who I am, kinda, and it's nothing more than that. Like,
not the banana sandwiches.
No, I eat those time to time, but no, it's nothing special. That's just who I am as a person.
I mean, you're saying that, but also I had an interview earlier today with Starkster, and he was complimenting you a lot. So it's not only the previous ones, it's also the teammates that you have. But I want to ask you, of course, this year, overall, it's not been an easy year. Also, you have some more responsibilities for yourself. What would you say is your biggest learning so far with all the pressure that you've been under?
I mean, like being the IGL now as well is so much more work. Like work overall, I need to put in more work than all the other guys and show them that they need to put in the work as well if they want to win. And now when it's tough, I need to like stay even more like dedicated to the game and try to cheer them up, because if I'm not doing it, no one is gonna do it, and we're just gonna be having a like shit mood the whole like we last 2 weeks, or depending on if we can get playoffs now or not. So we will see.
So you lead by example. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, but about you, and I think that the rest of the team, Eidos, has also been very vocal in socials, and we wanted to show a tweet that you posted the other day. If you want to not address it, we can also move on. But you posted this out there saying that you will not be around after the season is finished. Some people are sad. I think that this was also a response to things that were happening. Where's your head at right now?
No, I'm always fully focused on the mission, to be honest, and I think that people doesn't know the full story, and I don't think that it's getting explained from any side at all. So no, I'm standing by that, whatever. I do think that the club deserves a Valorant division, exactly like I said, that all of the fans, it's a huge fan base, and obviously with a huge amount of people, there's gonna be some that is not too happy, but I'm getting hanged out there, but I'm okay with it, to be honest. I've been around for too long without letting that affect. Why I put it out there is simply because I want to take a little bit of the pressure off the team. If they want to think that they're fully responsible over this project and it's my fault that it's not going better, then that's okay. And that's why also there's other challenges after the season is finished. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Actually, talking and speaking about challenges, let's take a look at your schedule, the matches that you have left. Gentamates, Na'Vi, and Heretics. Now, I think I know the response to this, but who would you say is right now the scariest?
Gentlemates.
Really?
No. Obviously Heretics.
I was expecting you to say something like, I always look at just my next opponent or something like that.
No.
I've seen them in scrims, running ISO, Reina, Neon.
I mean, I think Heretics is playing on just another level in Europe right now. Super big creds to them. I mean, they're showing the way. They with that little time also, and building a team, and with the transfers they did, I think it's absolutely fantastic, and they should be proud over what they're doing and continue what they're doing. It's going to be a super tough game, to be honest.
Yeah.
So obviously Heretics is the team to fear.
The most. Yeah, definitely. Funny enough, last split we had Team Liquid that needed a lot of crazy scenarios, and there was only one in which they made it, and they ended up making it to playoffs. I hope that we get it again as we take a look at the standings. Congratulations, you're no longer last.
Who is last?
You're climbing.
Who is
the
last?
people you just beat.
You just push them down. We have 2 Gentamates.
I will retweet
They're very gentle.
funny video.
Too blind to see who are we missing on 9-8, but I believe that we do not have 2 Gentamates. You speak a lot about Heretics, but I think this question is going to be to you, Shadow. Last week when you played against Foot, it was a very, very close matchup, and you almost got it. Don't you think that could be the same situation for Heretics? If you keep going on this progression, just imagine that you get to that last match against Heretics. It defines if you're making it to playoff or not.
Yeah, no, I don't fear Heretics at all. Like, I think we can, like, when we are at our peak level, I think we can beat them for sure. So,
do you want any revenge versus Na'Vi? Because there's a little bit of history there, Shadow.
Yeah, like, of course I want to win. Yeah, of course I want to win against the boys in like.
Can you out IGL Angel?
Yes.
Yes, there we go. That's all we need. I'm clipping that.
Okay, and speaking about clips, we have this question that we ask every guest to give to the next. Of course, first, you need to hear what Fallen had to ask you guys before your match. If we have that ready, production?
Guys, who is winning? I don't know who is bad. Just tell me your Spotify list, okay? Tell me.
Do you guys have a Spotify playlist?
I listen to classical music since 3 weeks.
Okay.
Tobe, what is your list? It is horrible.
I was so thrown away by that.
Yeah, I have a little
Any
mix.
artist in particular? Any musician in particular?
No, it's a full. Yeah,
Beethoven.
Yeah, they're in there. They're in there. Oh,
Legends.
no, it makes me calm. Every game beforehand, we're listening to that. But the warm up, we're having Shadow's playlist, and I would not recommend
cool.
it. It reminds me of when I was 15.
Yeah, little hardstyle, little electro.
Hey, you gotta get pumped up before the
Put
game.
in a little
you know?
pop there, put in a little
You're not
Justin
getting pumped
Bieber,
up to
and there we go. Justin Bieber,
Well,
Taylor Swift, huh?
There's a very famous video in Spanish that I will show you later because it's about that type of music. But now, guys, you need to send a question for tomorrow's post plant. Now, this question is going to be answered by either Fnatic or Vitality, since they're the ones that have that second match. So think about something. It could be either of you, both at the same time. You can ask 2 questions if you want. It's our show.
Half
so
a question each.
Someone can start it, the other one can finish it. And you look into that camera that has the red light.
Do you have anything?
No.
Me neither.
How was it winning the game?
I guess we will take that. We were so excited that maybe today we would see either Haven, ISO, Neon. Maybe tomorrow we see something crazy. Do you guys think that there is some other teams that will play it this week?
Definitely.
If you had to predict who will play it, who do you think?
But we practice against this team, so we.
Leak it. Leak them.
Yeah.
Let's leak the comps.
Just
Yeah.
open crack. Opencrack.com and just give me the name.
Vitality plays.
I thought for a second you were going to do it, but thank you very much, guys. Congratulations on the win. We will see you later in the week. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, for watching, and for staying with us. We will be back tomorrow with more matches. Good night.
Secure the path. 8 seconds out. Camo on the side doing the dance. It's going to go huge. And he's doing so well. A 1v1 and he's got it. Camo. Exceptional work.
Sit down, kurve!
It's a damn good scoreline. 13-5. Icebox up next. Don't go anywhere. Well, stalls them out for the reposition, gets the swing up the flash. That is gorgeous.
Vamos, vamos.
A break for Giant X, but Koi closing out in 2.